Hey everybody, I just want to let you know why there's only 16 spots instead of 17. It's because number one, the last two spots, like number one and number two, are both tied because I couldn't pick. But yeah, guys, hopefully you do enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Hey everybody, Skybo244 here. Welcome back to the channel. And I just want to say, guys, it's been so long since I made a video with speaking in it. Like, it's been so long. But guys, in today's video, I will be playing some Fortnite while I am ranking every season from worst to best. This is gonna be a long video. So yeah, I think we'll just get into this. So coming in the number 16 spot is Chapter 1, Season 9. I gave this last place because, well, the battle pass was really bad, and the map changes were just really bad as well. I mean, you had Neon Tilt it was really bad. Mega Mall wasn't too bad, but I just like Retail Row way more. But yeah, that is the worst season, in my opinion. Coming in the number 15 spot is Chapter 2, Season 6. Now, this season wasn't too bad, but I mean, I really just didn't like the theme. And the new crafting thing, in my opinion, was a bit bad. I mean, fair enough, you had, like, the animals that they added, like chickens and stuff. It still wasn't really good. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the season. The Spire Towers, I think they're called. They're still in the game. They were the only good things, in my opinion, for rotation. Yeah, again, I think that season we had a lot of collabs, and when Fortnite makes a lot of collabs in a season, I normally rank it quite low, because I like when they make unique skins that we don't really see. But yeah, that's why it is coming in the number 15 spot. In the next spot, it's another collab season, Chapter 2, Season 4. I just, like, if you like Marvel, and you're a big Marvel fan, you're gonna love this season, and fair enough. That's fair. I don't blame you. Marvel's a pretty good franchise, so I can see why you would enjoy this season. I don't really watch too much Marvel. I think the only Marvel movies I've ever really watched is like Endgame and a few other Deadpool ones. Come on, there's a guy here. But yeah, I just died, but yeah. I just don't think the season was too good. The map changes weren't that special, and we didn't really see much evolution of the map in that season. I mean, we saw Stark Industries replace Frenzy Farm. It was alright for a week or so, but then I kind of got bored of it because of like all the robots and stuff, and Iron Man, and all the powers were just OP and stuff, and I don't know. And basically every new skin that came out was a Marvel skin. I do understand that because it was a Marvel season, but still, I wasn't a fan. So yeah, that's why it's coming in our number 14 spot. Anyways, number 13, Chapter 2, Season 1. This season was alright. I didn't mind it. It would get a way higher spot if it didn't last for about 7 months. This season just kept on going on, and there wasn't even a live event, so it wasn't a really good season. And the Battle Pass skins, you had some alright ones, like we had Fusion, Chic I think it is, or Chick, I don't know. You had those two skins, they were good. Remedy was alright, and the rest were kind of bland and basic. I mean, you had Ripley for the meme skin, but it wasn't as good as like Peely, Meow Souls, and a few others, but yeah. That's why it is getting the number 13 spot. Not a really interesting season. The new map lasted about, like the hype for it lasted for about 3 weeks. And then it was just slow, barely any updates. I mean, we had the biggest update after the season was probably the harpoon gun. And that says a lot. But yeah, that's why it's coming in the number 13 spot. Anyways, coming in number 12, we have Chapter 2, Season 5. This season was great at the start, but then, I don't know, it just went downhill for me. I mean, you had Colossal, oh I forgot, Colossal Colosseum I think it was called. You had Salty Towers, what was quite a cool location, but I kind of got bored of it. You also had, was that it? I think that might have been it. Yeah, but yeah, those were the new locations. I liked the sand. I liked how the theme was bounty hunters. The battle pass was okay. I mean, it was a bit of a boring battle pass, like Mancake. I don't really use them. Maeve, I didn't like that skin at all. The tier 100 was really, really disappointing. Mandalorian was quite cool, but I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of collabs in Fortnite because we get too many. I mean, it just gets boring over time. And another thing was every week, like every Saturday and Thursday, when we're supposed to get new skins, it was literally just collab skins. It was boring. I mean, a few were good, like Chun Li and Ryu. You had Snake Eyes, he was quite cool. But then on the other side, you had like the weaker ones, like Daryl from The Walking Dead. I'm trying to think of the other ones. You also had like some like man, I can't think. Oh, you also had the alien guy and Ripley, I think that's her name, from the Alien. I don't know the game or the movie or whatever, but yeah. You also had them. They weren't that nice or good skins. And yeah, I just didn't like how it was all collabs, and I don't know. By the time the secret skin came, it was kind of like another collab skin. Yay. AK Predator. He was alright, but like I said, too many collabs. The hype was just dead. And I don't know, the battle pass wasn't too good. The only good thing was the locations. And I mean, apart from that, there wasn't much to say. There wasn't even a live event. So yeah, that's why it is coming in the number 12 spot. But anyways, with number 6, number 11 spot, we have Chapter 1, Season 6. Now, this season was mixed feelings for me. I mean, we had not many new locations. We had those, I forgot what they were called. Kind of like Kevin spots. There was a few around the map. We also had Loot Lake in the Sky, powered by Kevin. That was quite cool. Good for rotation. Not many map changes. I mean, I don't know. It was an alright map, but wasn't much different. But I mean, it was decent. It was decent. The battle pass on the other side. Oh god, the battle pass was terrible. Calamity, a good tier 1 skin. DJ Yonder wasn't too. I wasn't a fan of him that much. Tier 100 was meh. It's just middle for me, anyways. I just didn't really think it was that good. It was alright. You also had like Dusk, another meh skin. Giddy Up, one of the worst skins in the Battle Pass history. Same with Nightshade, I think it is, like female Tomato Head, another terrible skin in my opinion. One of the worst Battle Pass skins we've ever seen. We also had Fable. That was another just whatever skin. Not really going to use it. I think that was about it. So yeah, Battle Pass wasn't too strong. We had some good emotes like Running Man, Slithering, I think it was called, and a few others. But apart from that, big yikes in my opinion. But anyways, guys, with the number 10 spot, we have Chapter 1, Season 7. Now this season, oh man, I loved this season. But in my opinion, the thing that let it down the most was actually the Battle Pass. I do believe the map was quite cool. I mean, we had Happy Hamlet, really good spot in my opinion. It's just like the snowy version of Misty Meadows. We also had Frosty Flights. I liked it because planes and stuff, but planes were sadly too OP. But I mean, things that held this season down was the Battle Pass, and obviously the Mythic Sword. Now this season would maybe get a higher ranking if it wasn't for the Mythic Sword and the planes being too overpowered, because obviously it ruined a few tournaments for the competitive players out there. So, yeah. And also the Battle Pass kind of held it down. Like, we had Sergeant Winter, terrible skin. Terrible, terrible skin. We had Lynx, she was decent. Zenith, it's just forgettable. He wasn't bad, but just a really forgettable skin. We also had Ice King. He was an okay tier 100. Nothing special. I mean, his styles weren't that good. We also had like Onesie. She's alright, but I kind of got bored of her after a while. We also had Trog, was it? The Yeti. I just didn't like him that much. It wasn't my type of skin. And yeah, there was a few others, I think. Can't really think of them on the top of my head. But yeah, there was quite a lot of forgettable skins in this season. But yeah, coming in the number 9 spot, we have Chapter 1, Season 8. But man, this was when everyone was mad at the Tier 100 skin. It was Lux, was it? Not Lynx, Lux. But yeah, apparently back then, the Tier 100 was meant to be Blackheart, but people kept on complaining like, oh, why don't we have a female Tier 100 skin? So Fortnite, I think Fortnite switched Blackheart and Lux out so we would have a female. Wasn't the smartest idea, but now to this day, I quite like Lux. It's a good skin. Quite sweaty and clean skin, but yeah. In this battle pass, it was quite above average, I'd say. You had Blackheart, obviously he was quite cool. Hybrid was alright. Lux, I quite liked the skin. Master Key was okay. Ember, I think it was called. She was quite a cool skin. And then the weaker ones were probably like the tier 22 skin, I think it was. The snake one. Oh man, I'm forgetting. But yeah, she was one of the weaker ones. Peely was alright, but I wasn't the biggest fan. He was alright though. He's quite cool. The reactive style. But yeah, I can't think of the tier 23 skin. But anyways, coming in the number 8 spot, I gave it to Chapter 1, Season 3. This season was good in my opinion. This was before Fortnite had a storyline. Just like at the end of that season, we got the first ever storyline, the meteor in the sky, and that is what put us into Season 4. The Battle Pass, the Tier 100 was absolutely bad, but back in the day, that was a really good Tier 100 skin, aka John Wick, but actually called the Reaper. It was a good Tier 100 skin, but most of the skins were just astronauts. I know the theme was space, but they were really ugly. But later in that season, a few seasons down the line, we got edit styles for them. So that was quite good. We had Mission Specialist, just your average tier 1 skin that you're not going to wear too often. You had the Moonwalker, what was like the middle of the battle pass. I wasn't the biggest fan. You had Rust Lord, the first ever toxic skin when you would use Take the L with him. You also had the Dark Voyager. That was a really cool skin. I think he should have been the tier 100 if he had some styles. And I think that was about it. There might have been one or two other ones that oh wait, actually Elite Agent, that was the last one. She was quite cool, and she is still a good skin to this day in my opinion. But yeah, that is the number 8 spot. Coming in the number 7, we have Chapter 1, Season 1. Now, I can't really rank the Battle Pass on this, but the map was the first ever stages of the map we've ever had. We had Moisty Mire, Greasy Grove, just all the original spots, even before Tilted came around. Like, that was crazy. And like Shifty and stuff. But yeah, in my opinion, there's not much to say about this season. I mean, you had the season shop, like Renegade Raider, Aerial Assault Trooper, stuff like that. It was quite cool, but I mean, sadly, you can't get those skins anymore. But still, in my opinion, it's quite cool. But anyways, guys, because there's not much to say, we're just going to get on with the number 6 spot, aka Season X. Now, Season X, in my opinion, it would get a higher spot if it wasn't for the mechs. I don't know what to say about the season. Mechs were just not the vibe, you know? Mechs just were really overpowered, and I didn't like that. Nobody did. It was really annoying, and it took them long enough to, like, nerf the mechs, in my opinion. It was about a month or two into the season, what was really bad. We had Dusty return. I wish it was a different OG location, but I'll take it. We also had Greasy Grove come back, but it wasn't that good. I mean, they changed it into a taco time, so like every 20 seconds you would dance with tacos. It's just annoying. You also had Moisty Palms. I didn't like it. It was like hide and seek. It was stupid. You had Pandora. It was just a Borderlands collab. But that got removed eventually. What was quite good. And I think you also had Starry Suburbs. What was actually the original like town before it got removed, like back in Season 4 of Chapter 1. So yeah, that is the number 6 spot. And also the Battle Pass was quite average. That's why I'm not really talking about it. And it was just all the skins we had before, like not Star Lord, that's a Marvel skin. Rust Lord was X Lord. Drift was Catalyst. Dark Voyager was Eternal Voyager, and so on like that. And we also had Ultima Knight. It was quite a cool tier 100 skin. I didn't like how they made a style where it could look similar to the Black Knight. It was just a bit scummy in my opinion. Same goes with the Sparkle Specialist and a few other skins. They look quite similar to the original counterparts. I just didn't like that in my opinion. Found it stupid. Oh my god, I'm gonna die here. Oh, that's a rip. But anyways, the number 5 spot, I had to give it to Chapter 2, Season 7. This is the season that we're in right now, so I can't really be so inaccurate because we still have about a month left. But yeah, I think this season is good. There's been a few collabs, they weren't too bad, but the Battle Pass is good. We have Rick Sanchez. I know it's a collab skin, but I like it. It's a good collab skin. I wasn't a fan how it's tier 100, but apart from that, it's good. We also have Chimera, don't know how to say his name. It's a good skin. I like how you can get alien artifacts for it. It's quite unique. So it might not be the best looking skin, but it is still quite good. So yeah, it's quite a unique skin in my opinion. So yeah, I would say it's quite cool. We have Sunny, it's an alright skin. You have Zig, another alright skin, meh. You have Gugimon. I like that skin with the rainbow edit style. It looks really sick in my opinion. Some of the really good skins in this battle pass is Dr. Sloan and Rick and probably Zig and maybe Sunny. Those are my favorites in my opinion. I think I'm missing out like 1 or 2 skins, but probably not. So yeah, that is why it gets the number 5 spot. But guys, moving on to the number 4 spot, we have Chapter 1, Season 4. Man, this season, it's a strong season. The changes we got to the map were lots of meteors in different places, crashing down, like the motel got destroyed, Risky got a little bit damaged. But the main meteor crashed at Dusty, and it gave us Dusty Divot. When this first came out, I was so mad. I was like, why did they destroy Dusty? But Dusty didn't have any loot back then, and that's why I wasn't too happy how it came back in Season X. I was happy for a little while, but I realised it doesn't have any loot. So I was happy Dusty Divot was out in the game in like Season 8. I realised why they did it, and why it had to be done. Same with Moisty and all that in the future. So it was a really good season. And the battle pass for this season was alright. We had Omega, we had Carbide, both really good skins. One of the first ever skins with edit styles, believe it or not. We also had, oh, I'm getting out of here, I don't want to be taken into the mothership, the UFO. We also had, I'm trying to remember, we had Zoe. She's alright, it's a bit too bright of a skin, but I didn't mind it. We had Technique, a really epic skin. We had some bad skins like Battlehawk and Squad Leader. They're just army skins, they looked really basic. So yeah. Yeah, that's why it's in the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot, we have Chapter 1, Season 2. This was one of my favourite seasons because of nostalgic reasons, Tilted Towers, and Sparkle Specialist. If you guys didn't know, Sparkle Specialist was one of my main skins for a long time, believe it or not. So yeah, and also, this was the season they added Tilted and Motel. And I loved Motel, but sadly it got destroyed in about Season 8, so I was kind of mad about that, but you know. I do miss Motel, it was a good location. Tilted was also really cool, and I just remember all the good times when Ninja would get like 20 kills in Tilted Towers and all the fails. It's just so nostalgic and stuff. I love that season. It's one of the best in my opinion. But yeah, not quite the best. But anyways, guys, after season 2, chapter 1, season 2, we have chapter 2, season 2. Man, this season was really fun. This is where I feel like a lot of people started playing Fortnite again. The main reason because of that is probably because lockdown and because of the pandemic. And people did really enjoy this season. I mean, the battle pass was good. The locations weren't as strong because they were just on the outside of the map, like the shark, grotto, the rig, and the yacht. They weren't the best, but they were quite cool. Battle Pass was really strong in my opinion. I thought how you could pick the styles were amazing. Like Meow Souls, you could go Shadow Ghost, Sky Shadow Ghost, and actually in this Battle Pass, Sky is another one of my favorite skins of all time. And I really like Sky. It's a good skin, good detail, and I like how it's kind of like Zelda. It's like kind of themed like that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we also had Midas in that season. Whoa, one of the best tier 100s we've ever seen. And also another thing about all these skins was you could turn them into gold by grinding XP. And I personally think that this is one of the best ever style like type of enlightened slash bonus rewards we've ever had for skins. Like for example, this season that we're in chapter 2 season 7, we just get rainbow, silver and gold. Like there's no over time it slowly becomes rainbow. It's just like you get it the minute you reach that level. It's not as good as chapter 2 season 2, but it's all right. But yeah, we also had Brutus, probably the weakest in the battle pass. Agent Peely, second weakest. Tina was alright, and a few other good skins. Anyways, guys, coming in the number 2 spot is, well, actually, I don't think I can pick between number 2 and number 1 here. So I'm going to have to go ahead and give it a tie between Chapter 2 Season 3 and Chapter 1 Season 5. They're both coming in the number 1 spot. We're going to start with Chapter 1 Season 5 because it came out first, but they both come number 1. So Chapter 1 Season 5, we had Lazy Links and Paradise Palms. They're both one of the best. They're both really good locations, and to be honest, Lazy Links is one of the best locations we've ever had. Even with the ATKs, the carts, they were so cool. And I just remember driving around, like those were like the ATKs were like one of the first ever vehicles we've ever had in Fortnite, besides the shopping carts. And I just thought it was so cool. And this is when Kevin started coming around the map really slowly. We also saw a little bit of changes to Loot Lake. We also had the rifts in the sky. We had stuff teleport from real life, like the Viking ships and everything. It was so cool. Now, man, the battle pass was so strong. You had Ragnarok, Drift, Sunstrider. You had I'm trying to remember all the skins from the top of my head. Those were probably the 3 strongest. But you also had skins like Redline, the female version of Burnout. Holy, that skin was epic. But sadly, you obviously do have some weak skins of like every battle pass. Like I think her name was like Valkyrie. No, I don't think it's Valkyrie. Oh man, the female Ragnarok or whatever, or the female Magnus. The tier 1 that was also a tier 1 with Drift. She was not one of the good skins. Same goes with Sledgehammer, that's his name. He was tier 71. He was a really weak skin. Those were probably the weakest in the pass. So yeah, most skins are really strong in the battle pass. The map changes were epic for season 5. The theme was epic. We also got toys in this season. They weren't amazing, but they weren't bad either. I quite enjoyed toys. Like, you had the basketball, the beach ball, and I think the golf. So, it was quite cool and unique in my opinion. But anyways, guys, also coming in the number 1 spot is Chapter 2, Season 3. Man, this season is so good. It was actually the flood season, and I loved it how every week we got a map change with the water. As the water came down and came lower and lower, we actually got Coral Castle at the end. It was quite cool for a wee while. Obviously, it's not cool anymore, and people are actually wanting it to go. But you know, it's still cool. We had Aquaman. It was an alright secret skin. Probably the weakest skin in the Battle Pass, but still was pretty good. We also had skins like Ocean, good skin. You had Eternal Night, an amazing skin. You also had Fade, a good tier 1 skin. You also had skins like Scuba Jonesy. I loved that skin as well. And Jules, another good skin, fan favourite. This battle pass was really strong. You also had some really unique mythic weapons like the grapple hook from like it's similar to the season X Batman grappler, I think it was. Really, really cool. You had the Jules drum gun, I think it was. So I really enjoyed that as well. The locations were good. You also had the Fortilla, Catty Corner. So many unique locations, and there, I think it was like something not Rickety Rig. Actually, it might have been Rickety Rig. Yeah, I think it was. So those locations were cool, and over time the water would drain, and brought back locations like Slurpy, Dirty, and Craggy and stuff like that. So it was really good. So that is why Chapter 1, Season 5, and Chapter 2, Season 3 are both number 1. That's why we only have 16 spots, because I can't pick between which one are number 1. Both of them for me are S tier, like S++ tier. They're so good, and those seasons are just bring the most memories. And when I think about Fortnite, those are probably the 2 seasons I think about, because of how strong the Battle Pass was and locations. So yeah, guys, if you guys did enjoy this ranking, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, because I may be doing more ranking videos in the future. So yes, guys, I hope you did enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.